though support for school choice is on the rise nationwide, it's not being adopted everywhere, mainly in blue states. Thanks to Democrat politicians in Nevada, parents will be sorely disappointed at the start of the school year in the fall when their kid can't get into the private school of their choice. In the past legislative session, Nevada Dems voted to defund opportunity scholarships that serve low-income children across the Silver State. That's Assembly Bill AB 400. Now, American Federation for Children senior fellow and education expert Valeria Gurr joins me now. Valeria, great to see you again. It's been a minute. So let's get our viewers up to speed here. The legislators in Nevada, they decided not to beef up the funding for scholarships in these private schools in the state of Nevada. And parents are concerned. They say that they would have sent their kid to the public schools if it was actually effective. You know, they say that their child is not getting enough attention, the classrooms are too big, you pile on CRT, gender studies, it's a complete no-brainer why they wouldn't want to.
Yeah. It's very, very sad. A lot of these families are being assigned to lower income areas in where they're not simply providing a quality education for their kids, and they have to leave because in so many cases they have to face violence, bullying, and lower expectations for their kids. And I don't know what we're going to tell these families. Really, we have 6 days, and we're hoping that the Democrats will want to call the governor and try to find a solution for them, because it breaks my heart that we're going to have to tell hundreds of families that they're going to have to go back to a school that was not serving them. So what are we supposed to tell them, that they're supposed to sit there and wait? It's just simply not fair.
Yeah, I heard that you did meet with the Governor Joe Lombardo. AB 400 is his bill. What did you guys discuss when he visited, I'm guessing, some of the private schools there in downtown Las Vegas?
The governor has been fighting for a school choice since he got elected, and during his campaign, this has been one of his biggest proposals. And you know, I've been advocating in this particular state for many, many different years, and he has been one of our biggest advocates. But the Democrats simply just say that they're not going to negotiate with him, and they wouldn't even have the conversation with him. And perhaps, you know, yesterday I'm calling on Speaker Yeager and Majority Leader Canacero, like, to have a conversation, because the reality is that these are Nevada students. The governor give them $2 billion record funding for public education. So the fact that they don't even want to have a conversation or talk. 56% of these students are minority students, low-income families, and they're going to have to return to a school that was not serving them. It's going to be heartbreaking.
The Democrats there, and it's a Democrat-controlled legislature completely through and through, they said that they just do not want to put public funds into private institutions. Is there more to that? Because I feel like that is a lot of money to just completely be moving away from.
So these are tax credits. So this program is basically funded by donations from businesses that get modified business tax against their credits. So this money does not come from the public schools. Perhaps the governor gave them $2 billion, and the teachers union always wants more and more. Every single session they come and ask for more. But when it comes to, you know, having a conversation about low-income families that simply are looking and searching for other options, they don't want to have the conversations, and they continue lying. The only response they have is that they need more money. And the reality is, like, families need options.
Valeria, I mean, aren't they supposed to be rooting for the underdog there, for minority students, the people that they always want to represent and use in their speeches and, you know, throw their support behind? These are the kids that we should champion, and they're not doing this. So it is political. It goes beyond just moving public funds to private institutions and the tax credits and so forth. So until then, what is the next step for these parents who have decided to just bite the bullet on this thing? Are charter schools the next step?
So there's also, like, the Democrats also block all the proposals for charter schools in the state of Nevada. They simply just wouldn't negotiate with anything, despite that the governor gave them $2 billion, so $2,000 more per student. And they were just greedy about any proposals that they were making. So they barely compromise on anything. There's not talking to them. And the reality is, until our community doesn't start paying attention about what they do up there, because nobody really understands the function of the teachers union. They feel like they own our kids. And their job is to fight for rights for the teachers, but they don't simply want to fix the education system in our state, and they never, you know, they always continue taking more, but not compromising, and the Democrats listen to them.
Do you have a rough estimate, a number perhaps, of how many students this will affect if AB 400 disappears?
Well, AB 400 already it passed, but it passed not with opportunity scholarships. So what they
Gotcha.
basically it passed with no funding for opportunity scholarships. So funding reduced from 11.4 million to 6.6 million.
Okay, and how many kids? Do you have a number on deck there?
Yeah, so we estimate about right now 500 students, and we estimate it's going to get as much as 600 students losing their scholarships.
Wow.
And it's sad news. It's 56% of these students are minority students, and this is going to be heartbreaking news for them. So like this is why we're coming to the media asking for help. We want the Democrats to call the governor and find solutions for these families because these are Nevada students, regardless of your political, regardless what the union wants. Why do you want to tell parents that their kids have to stay there and keep waiting until they find a solution simply because they don't want them to give them a scholarship? It's just unfair.
Totally unfair. Sad day for Nevada parents and students. If you ever meet with the governor again, have any updates, please come back on the program. We'll share your story and make sure we get the message out. Valeria Gurr, thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future,